Breaking news, the people of Araya once believed their leaders were chosen through wisdom and counsel, but that belief died the day Emperor Papazillion appeared. He was a wealthy merchant of shadows, the type of man whose fortune nobody could trace. Papazillion's name floated in every scandal but was never written on any document. When it was time to pick a new emperor, Papazillion saw his long-awaited opportunity. He did not campaign. He bought. First, he bought the system. The keepers of records, the judges of elections, the scribes who counted votes. He summoned them to silent meetings in expensive inns, where gold lay on the table like bread. "You don't need to love me," he said calmly. "You only need to sign here." Many signed. Some refused, those few who still believed justice was sacred. He took note of their names. Next, he bought support. He targeted men whose hearts were already poisoned with tribal pride. "You and I," he whispered to them, "we are the true owners of this land. Should people from other tribes rule over us? Help me and our tribe will never suffer again." They believed Papazillion. They shouted in his favor, not because he was good, but because he was one of them. They spread hate in the markets and on the streets. Neighbor looked at neighbor with suspicion. Papazillion didn't need to win every heart. He just needed enough to make the land noisy with his name. The few who refused to be bought, who said, "We want justice, not tribe. We want competence, not cash," were marked as enemies of progress. What? He didn't bother to argue with them. He oppressed them. Their businesses were suddenly audited and shut down. Their children were denied admission to schools. But power in Aria didn't rest only in palaces. It also rested in religious altars. Papazillion understood that if the pulpit spoke, the people listened. So he reached out to the great religious leaders, the ones whose voices could shake stadiums and fill temples. He did not come empty-handed. He came with donations, promises of new buildings, expensive cars, private jets, and secret envelopes. To bind them deeper, he and his cartel married into their families. The holy men began to speak in a new tone. "Is chosen by destiny. Do not rebel. God hates rebellion." The few people who questioned the holy ones were told they were questioning heaven. When Papazillion finally seized full power, there were no celebrations, only shock. Papazillion filled key offices with loyal thieves who had neither skill nor compassion. Very quickly, the land began to bleed. Him and his cartel sold the oil, gold, forest, and farmlands to foreign companies and kept the money for themselves. Hospitals decayed, schools crumbled, roads became death traps, factories died one by one. They go on boat crews and organize parties with girls with big nyansh